How do you get physical to supersize and grow your business? Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Now that's supposed to be a dumbbell. I was going to get one, but I'm like, they're heavy. I'm not going to lift them. And I had my weights in a video before, so who needs to see my little 3-pound weights again? No one. Today, get physical is our idiom for supersize your business. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. And what does that mean? It means pertaining to or the matter of physical things. That talking about that actually came around in the 1590s. It was long before the get physical, meaning get active in certain ways and engaging with other people, or getting tough and in a fist fight. So it dates back to the 1590s. As far back as having to do with the body came around in 1780, meaning getting in physical shape and exercise or working out. So how do we get physical to supersize our business? How do we physically make sure that we're strong? Because to me, getting physical means being strong, having the energy to do what it is that we need to do to grow and build and supersize our business. And then what do we do in our business? What do we actually do and take action on and physically do to ensure that our business gets physical and is physically and fiscally, I guess physical and fiscal sometimes go together when our businesses, not always, but we want to be fiscally healthy as well as physically healthy. So what do we do? What do we do in our organization? Do we do anything? I think there's kind of, it seems like, and it's not true because there's all degrees in between, but it seems like there's two schools of thought. There's the I'm a workaholic and I don't exercise, I don't do anything, all I do is hustle, 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 hurry, and work on my business. And then there's the I have to excel and physically work out to take care of myself so I have the strength and the energy to supersize and grow my business. And then of course, like I said, there's those two schools of thought, just the opposite. They're not the opposite, right? One is do as much as you can to be physically strong, and one is I don't do anything, I just focus on the business part of it. So I admit I have been probably more in the I just work, hustle type A personality thing, and sacrificed my health by not taking care of myself, which meant that I lost my energy and I couldn't take care of business for a while. So somewhere in between, there's a balance that's right for you. Do you know what that balance is? Do you have a physical plan for your health and energy? Because guess what? If you, and as your business grows and you're supersizing it, we set them up so it doesn't depend on you, but it really does depend on you. Excuse me, I get all choked up talking about this. So what do you do physically for yourself? What do you do to keep your organization healthy? Do you have key performance indicators that you're keeping track of? Do you have, just like our bodies, for our business, we want to keep track of steps maybe. You have a Fitbit or other electronic device these days. When I was younger, I didn't have all this cool technology that could keep track of us. All of our phones have there's probably tens of thousands of apps, thousands for sure, of apps that help us keep track of our physical health now. And the same is true for our business. There's so much software and so many tools and so many things available. It's easy to keep track of different things that we want to measure for our business and make it automatic. So key performance indicators, the numbers, the things you want to look at, what we measure matters. So what are we going to watch and pay attention to in our business physically to make sure that it stays healthy and energized and is on the way to supersizing? What kind of a framework or plans or structures do you have in place for the health of your business? Do you do audits and a checkup, just like we go to the doctor and we get a physical checkup on some frequency? Do you do an audit or a physical checkup of your organization to find out what your strengths and weaknesses are, what you can do about the weaknesses if you need to? A lot of times we just can eliminate and not worry about our weaknesses and focus on our strengths. And by building up our strengths, it negates the necessity of even listening to or paying attention to our weaknesses. What physical resources are required for our business? What do we actually need to do what it is that we do? What kind of movement and activities do we do for ourselves as well as in our business? Physically, what do we do? What do we do to be productive? How are we productive? What are we producing in the world? Because guess what? Business is an exchange of value. If we're not giving incredible value in the world and giving energy and putting energy into the world, we're certainly not going to get the resources and supersize finances that we want, because we get out of things what we put into them. Do you do anything actually, if you have a physical organization, for the people that are teaming up with you or working with you, or employees or clients or whatever you call them? Do you have anything that encourages people to take care of themselves, take better care of themselves? I think COVID has reminded all of us that there's things that we need to do to take care of ourselves and the impact we have on other people. I mean, in my younger years, I was totally guilty of going to work when I was super sick. I would, try to quarantine myself in my office, but I was still there working, even when there was no way I should have been at work. I was there. And I think COVID has taught us that we need to give ourselves permission when we are down or sick to stay home and heal and get better, and then go back at it with all of our energy and all of our resources. So are you doing anything like that? Do you have processes and policies in place that deal with people and their physical well-being, their physical health? Of course, we've got safety protocols. That goes without saying, but not only safety, but health and safety. Are we considering both? And then if we are, do we have a way to make it fun and engaging for people? Because guess what? Sometimes taking care of yourself doesn't feel that fun until you get over the hump of, oh, I feel better. I have more energy. I love taking care of myself. So are there ways that we can encourage other people to take care of themselves? Like I think I mentioned a long time ago that safety isn't that fun for a lot of people. And in corporate America, one of the struggles we have in big manufacturing organizations is that people will do things that aren't safe for themselves in order to increase productivity. Whatever management and leadership focuses on, that's what people focus on too. So if getting a certain number of cases of toilet paper out in a shift is something that the teams all compete against, guess what? There are people on those teams that will take shortcuts and get their fingers cut off because they don't follow the safety protocol. So how do we make safety, health, energy, being engaged in your work fun? And it's always in the best interest of people, but we need to make sure that we're making it a priority and that they know it's in the best interest of them to do what's right all the time for themselves and for the organization. Anyway, that's my rant about getting physical. So how do you get physical in your company and in your life? Share in the comments below, and I will be with you tomorrow with another interesting idiom. What does it mean? Where does it come from? How might you use it in your business and your life? And probably for the rest of this month, I think I thought yesterday, I'm going to talk about physical idioms and physical things for the rest of the month, because we are doing and focusing on the physical areas and aspects of our life for the 365-day challenge to be you. And so we'll tie that in, and it gets me focusing on things that are consistent. I don't always do that. Have an awesome day. If I can help you, let me know. Otherwise, I'll be with you tomorrow. Bye. Go get physical.